This viral catchy song on Douyin, China's version of TikTok, has garnered over 1 billion views. The song, titled Pathetic, was rearranged and adapted by a musician from mainland China based on a conversation. The song has a catchy rhythm and melody with a touch of electronic music style, making it easy to remember after just one listen, and even hard to resist humming along. Interestingly, the source of this quote is Wang Shiqian, a counselor from Taipei, Taiwan. In the video, Wang Shiqian is emotional, slapping the table and showing strong expressions, adding dramatic elements that help the video spread quickly online. The lyrics in the video are from a June 12, 2017 Taipei City Council meeting where Wang Shiqian questioned then Mayor Ko Wen-jie about the preparation for the 2017 Summer Universiade. He said, the event, which cost about 17 billion Taiwan dollars, should have been smooth and easy, but now it's rushed and chaotic. This quote was adapted into the song Pathetic in October this year and quickly went viral on social media platforms in both China and Taiwan. Numerous initiations and adaptations followed, and Taiwanese media also reported extensively on it. Many felt that the song's popularity is largely due to Wang Shiqian's witty humor and the relatable lyrics. Mainland Chinese people commented that Wang Shiqian's speeches are humorous and resemble stand-up comedy, and they believed that this kind of humorous approach can prevent disaster and that such questioning from a city councillor to the mayor reflects an open and equal way of governance. He is a city councillor and his role is to supervise, someone said. This kind of supervision is good because it gives a voice to the people, and as people's issues are continuously addressed, society will progress. Many people seem to favor this humorous, open, and equal approach to democracy. Others believe that Pathetic resonates with ordinary people's struggles, striking a chord with the public. The reason Wang Shiqian's adaptation became popular isn't because of politics, but because people feel that the lyrics express the hardships of ordinary people, like the college entrance exam, work, and stock trading. Everyone can relate to it. Pathetic has been called a song of despair or a self-mocking anthem, as its lyrics resonate with many people's feelings of helplessness, anxiety, and frustration. Faced with social and economic turmoil, many feel lost and helpless, living a pathetic life amidst life's struggles. Wang Shiqian is a Taipei native, a member of Taiwan's Democratic Progressive Party and a part of the one country on each side faction within the party. He has served as a city councillor in Taipei for many years. Known for his enthusiastic, sharp, and outspoken style, he is one of the most internet celebrity-like local political figures in Taiwan. Taiwan operates under a political system based on constitutional democracy, with a separation of powers and local autonomy. As a city councillor, Wang Shiqian's role is to supervise the city government's actions, question the mayor and relevant officials, and ensure that policies are implemented properly and public funds are used appropriately. This is why in the video he is seen questioning the then mayor Ko Wen-jie. Some of his memorable quotes include, "Why are you crying? Why are you choking up? How pathetic. Your face is the most grotesque symbol of today's politics. We are the voice of the people, not the mayor's little followers." These lines made him a new internet celebrity on Douyin for his humorous scenes, making people laugh uncontrollably.
百年必有王者兴，嘿，还真有人相信。柯市长，我现在就把这一套龙袍送给自称真命天子的你，还有龙帽，还有龙帽哦，连辫子都绑好了。我今天放了这3只猴子，柯市长就像这3只猴，你就是典型的不看、不听、不问。好了，我不晓得你的信心哪里来的啦。
In addition to his various satirical moments, videos of him questioning public authority have also been shared by people on Douyin.
本来警察应该是要除暴安良的，结果现在的警察是7382，除良安暴。公权力不是让你去对付手无缚鸡之力的善良百姓，你要搞清楚，要不然公权力我们就收回来，就是这么简单。
Such a humorous and witty political figure. No wonder he has won the love of mainland Chinese people. Even state media have jumped on the bandwagon, expressing their own unique form of admiration and making a big deal out of it. On October 9th, China News Service and on October 11th, Xinhua News both posted videos on Douyin. Following this, several other state-run media outlets shared similar videos. On October 14th, the People's Daily even used military footage of the Fujian ship, missiles, and fighter jets, along with the subtle slogan, "If anyone cries on the day of unification, that is truly pathetic." Such imagery immediately sparked support from Chinese nationalists, with the comment section filling with passionate calls to have warplanes fly around the island. Wang Sheqian, who has been in the Green Camp or pro-Taiwan independence for decades, never expected to become so popular on the mainland. Of course, the Taiwan Affairs Office of the Chinese Communist Party wouldn't miss such a good opportunity to speak out. On October 15th, spokesperson Chen Binhua responded to the Taiwan-US chip exchange by quoting a line from Wang Sheqian's song, sarcastically saying, "Taiwan's advantageous industries should have been running smoothly and effortlessly, but now it's rushed and chaotic." This video was shared by multiple state-run media outlets to bolster the image of a strong China. That same day, Wang Sheqian was interviewed and responded, "The ones really rolling and scrambling are the Tsinghua Unigroup and SEMC. Didn't Tsinghua go bankrupt a few years ago?" He expressed dissatisfaction with the Taiwan Affairs Office comments, stating, "I find it very impolite. Our TSMC is still operating smoothly, and in the future, it will definitely remain effortless." Many people reacted to this, suggesting that the CCP is envious of Taiwan's TSMC. When a Taipei city councilor questions the mayor about city governance, the People's Daily, Xinhua, and other state media have transformed this into the narrative that only cross-strait unification is smooth and effortless, while not unifying leads to rushed, chaotic efforts. While others are fulfilling their role of oversight by speaking out for the citizens, state media are conducting large-scale propaganda, stirring up emotions of patriotism and unification while fostering hatred against Taiwan independence. Essentially, this is a cultural war of unification that uses entertainment to subtly influence public opinion in another democratic society. Using propaganda for this cultural war of unification is actually diminishing the meaning of free speech. Although this kind of dissemination uses the name of free speech and seems like cultural or artistic expression, its real intent is to numb the audience with entertainment language. Just like in the People's Daily video, where footage of the Fujian ship, missiles, and fighter jets is accompanied by brainwashing music. It's full of war threats and intimidation. It's entertainment wrapped in a package with intimidation at its core. In a free society, true freedom of speech doesn't include threatening others' freedom and safety, such as incitement to violence or threats of war. Under the banner of shared language and culture, they use a military backdrop to conduct education and unification efforts, defining opposing unification as pathetic, labeling crying and sadness as weakness, and packaging armed conquest as national glory. In a free society, political expression should be based on rational discussion and public participation. However, the People's Daily reduced political figures' quotes into memes and created brainwashing edits. This is a typical example of depoliticized political propaganda, where people are laughing while being fed fear and orders. The principle of self-determination of peoples is explicitly recognized in the UN Charter and international law. Article 1, Section 2 of the UN Charter states, "To develop friendly relations among nations based on respect for the principle of equal rights and self-determination of peoples." Article 4 of Chapter 2 of the Charter prohibits member states from using or threatening to use force to undermine the territorial integrity or political independence of other countries. Therefore, the self-determination of peoples is listed as one of the purposes of the United Nations. Taiwan, as an entity with self-governance, has the right for its people to determine their future. However, the propaganda by state-run media, like the People's Daily, has undermined the principle of self-determination as enshrined in the UN Charter and international law. The purpose of state media is not to promote equal dialogue, but to subtly induce acceptance of the inevitability of unification through entertainment, completely going against the fundamental democratic principle of the people deciding their future. The People's Daily version of pathetic not only contains implicit violence in its imagery, but also emotional violence. treating fellow members of the same ethnic group as objects to be conquered. This behavior by state media also violates international peace obligations and the UN Charter. As a permanent member of the UN Security Council, the People's Republic of China is bound by the Charter's obligations, which state, countries should avoid settling disputes through the use or threat of force, and should respect the territorial integrity and political independence of other nations. If state media openly uses cultural entertainment combined with military unification scenes to spread its will, it not only erodes democratic principles but also betrays international peace obligations. Under the guise of such absurd state media propaganda promoting China's unification efforts, ordinary people who should have been living a smooth, effortless life are now struggling in haste. Currently, China is facing economic downturns and mounting pressures, so the growing emotional strain desperately needs an outlet. The explosive popularity of Pathetic is not only entertainment, but also a medium for emotional release and group identity. This emotion makes it difficult for mainland Chinese people to question the ruling authorities in the city council like Huang Shiqian did. Instead, they have to use altered, humorous songs to vent the hardships of life and express their inner frustrations. Pathetic has become a self-label as well as a form of bottom-tier pride humor in the online context. At 30, I thought it was the peak of my life. But now at 36, I realize I'm only halfway up the mountain. I can't go up and I can't go down. I want to quit my job and take a risk, but I'm afraid I won't even be able to support my family. I want to just get by, but I'm afraid of disappointing the expectations my children have of me. There's also the medicine boxes my parents secretly hide, with the little salary I earn paying for utility bills and then spending over $200 on free boxes of medicine for them. My kid will also need to pay for extracurricular classes next month. When I tally it all up, really, even when I want to go out for a hot pot with friends, I have to calculate the cost. When I was 30, I thought about starting a business and becoming a boss, but now looking at myself, I feel pathetic. Sometimes I even look down on myself. But now, I'm just scraping by, and if I act impulsively, I might not even be able to keep this meager life. A Douyin blogger lamented that Shanghai, once the most prosperous financial center, has seen a net outflow of population in recent years. This time I came to Shanghai and suddenly realized how desolate it seems. There aren't many people in the malls, nightlife is scarce, and many factories have shut down. The airport is also quiet with very few people. It's really not comparable to the big city or magic city from a few years ago. I checked and found that in recent years, Shanghai's population has been declining. What's the reason? There are not many people anymore. It seems people are going back. As for foreigners, are there many foreigners now? There aren't many and many have gone back. I'm not sure where they went, but there are almost no foreigners now. Before they were everywhere, but now there are fewer. You can still see some in the city, but in the suburbs, you can't see any at all. The population loss in big cities has also diminished the festive atmosphere. For example, during the recent Mid-Autumn Festival in previous years, various businesses competed to create new types of mooncakes, starting pre-sales of gift boxes a month in advance. Internet companies would even feature creative mooncake gift boxes for employees in the headlines. But this year, mooncakes aren't even selling, and many companies aren't giving them to employees anymore. Merchants everywhere are lamenting how hard business has become.
It's really driving me crazy, not joking. This Mid-Autumn Festival is the one where customers are the least willing to spend in 5 years. There's a factory in the development zone, and every year they would buy 30 to 40 boxes of Guangzhou restaurants' mooncakes to give as gifts. This year I called them and they didn't buy. They said they don't have many clients left, so they won't be giving them out. It's really true, not a joke. Out of dozens of clients, only a few are left, and I don't even know if I can keep going. So, no mooncakes this year.
This rush and chaotic life are deeply tied to the economic downturn, and even more closely linked to the policies of the ruling party. From the start of the COVID-19 pandemic to the ongoing economic decoupling between China and the US, the suffering of the Chinese people will only continue to grow. How much longer can people continue living this way? From the white paper revolution against pandemic lockdowns to the toilet revolution before the September 3rd military parade, more and more slogans are appearing in the public's view. After the Live to 150 Years quote from the September 3rd parade, ex-platform users discovered the toilet revolution appearing on high-speed trains. The image showed these words written on the bathroom door of a high-speed train. A friend in his 30s passed away, but Xi Jinping is aiming for 150 years. 1.4 billion organ donors wake up. Don't scare me, I'm from Xiamen University. The blogger claimed, the toilet revolution on high-speed trains shows that people's awareness has awakened. Public opinion is surging, and it's hard to defend against the people's voice. The truth has been exposed. As more and more people wake up to the reality, the propaganda and unification efforts will only intensify. How can people recognize packaged political violence? How can people understand the underlying message behind seemingly harmless videos? It's really hard to distinguish. But if a regime needs to rely on internet hit songs and military footage to promote unification, it proves that its legitimacy is seriously lacking. True unification has never relied on missiles, but on a shared recognition of freedom, equality, and dignity.